Chuck Norris death battle. Okay, yeah, we have time. Chuck Norris versus. Why am I stalling for? Why is this not? Oh, it's window cat. That's why. That's what I need. Sorry. Chuck Norris versus Segata Sanshiro. This was, I'm assuming, only 11 years. I was gonna say, I'm assuming they didn't just post this. That'd be crazy. Chuck doesn't have nerves. Have Chuck. Exactly. I mean, it's hard to pick anybody and root for anyone that's not Chuck Norris in this. In fact, this might be crazy. I don't think I know who this is. Segata Sanshiro. I don't know who that is. I don't think. And who will this reaction be honoring? We got of course, just recently Chuck Norris Chuck Norris let himself pass away. It was probably a hard thing to do, but sometimes you just have to go. So R.I.P. Chuck Norris. Honoring death as they have kindled and replaced by Chuck Norris. We're beat to death. It's been a good run, but now Chuck Norris is taking over your place. So alright, Chuck Norris versus Segata Sanshiro.
Tall tales of superhuman feats have existed for as long as man has been telling stories. And today we pit the greatest of these legends in a clash of East meets West.
Chuck Norris. No real introduction needed.
And Segata Sanshiro, defender of the Sega Saturn. Of all things.
Sanshiro.
He's whizzing on boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
In ancient China, there was a legend that one day a child would be born from a dragon and vanquish evil from the land. That man
is this mascot of Sega
Chuck
Saturn
Norris, because Chuck Norris
console.
killed that man.
Carlos Ray Norris, yes, that's his real name, was born to a humble Oklahoma family in 1940. A loner, mediocre...
Served as air policeman for U.S. Army. Karate career, opened up a chain of karate schools.
Student and all-around physically unintimidating pacifist, his childhood was pitiful.
That is, until he answered the call of his country, joined the United States military, and began training in martial arts. From the day he threw his first punch, his life was changed forever.
Turns out Chuck is unnaturally gifted in the ways of violence. After his military career, he wandered America for 10 years battling in martial arts competitions. He racked up 183 victories, held the professional middleweight karate championship title for 6 years, and became the first Westerner in the history of Taekwondo to earn the 8th degree black belt.
But he didn't stop there. Chuck achieved black belt status in 5 additional disciplines: Tang Soo Do, Karate, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Judo, and even one he created: Chuck Kwon-Do.
Chuck Kwon-Do.
Actually Chun Kuk Do, or
Chung Kwon-Do.
where Chuck harnesses the power
Nah,
of the
it's
universe to
Chuck
achieve
Kwon-Do
superhuman
now.
feats.
With one hand, I can crush coal into a diamond.
So impressed at himself, he hired a team of filmmakers to document his life of newfound powers. Some of these real-life accounts include the Delta Force, Walker, Texas Ranger, and Chuck Norris Karate Commandos, just to name a few.
According to these archives, Chuck can kick a man so hard that he does 6 backflips, fire more bullets from a machine gun than it can actually hold without reloading, and even transform into fucking animals.
Oh.
Why doesn't he do that more often?
Because the most dangerous animal in the world is Chuck Norris. Chuck has taken his already unprecedented abilities even further through over 35 years of intense training on his secret weapon, the Total Gym.
He even had to create his own pants with a secret gusset to keep them from exploding off his body due to his sheer kicking power. He calls them Chuck Norris Action Jeans.
Naturally, powers like these have spawned hundreds, no, thousands of myths describing what Chuck Norris is capable of, making it very difficult to separate fact from fiction.
Oh.
That is, until Chuck released a book officially chronicling 101 of his favorite feats.
Fact number
The official
67.
Chuck Norris.
When Chuck Norris does push-ups, he pushes the earth down.
He pushes the earth down. 66. Inside Chuck Norris is a smaller, tougher Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris can unscramble an egg. There is no global warming. Chuck was cold, so he turned up the sun. Chuck promised never to go skydiving again. 1 Grand Canyon is enough. Fact number 67. In the 4,000 plus year tradition of martial arts, Chuck was the first ever Western to become an 8th degree black belt. Dang.
Number 95. Chuck Norris is so fast he can run around the world and punch himself in the back of the head.
Fact number 80. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, Chuck Norris can roundhouse kick you yesterday.
Fact number 71. Scientists have estimated that the energy given off by the Big Bang was roughly equivalent to 1 CNRK. 1 Chuck Norris roundhouse kick.
And those are just a few of the ones that we know are true. In addition, legend has it that beneath his magnificent beard lies a third fist.
Chuck is as tough as they come, or rather tougher. Once, after being beaten unconscious and buried underground inside a truck, he revived himself with a beer shower and miraculously drove the truck out of the earth.
He's proficient with many different vehicles, speedboats, helicopters, a motorcycle that shoots rockets, and weaponized dolphins.
Whom he can communicate with.
I'll take care of Angelfish. And you guys make sure no one gets out of here.
He also has a keen sense of awareness and is ready for anything, even a giant alligator parachuting in through a window.
He also put together a team of heroes and saved the world on multiple occasions.
This guy really is all that is man.
But don't mistake unrelenting masculinity for perfection. Despite his impressive martial arts record, he's still suffered a total of 10 losses.
And that's not to mention his massive amount of chest hair, although infinite and a source of power.
Chest hair is dense and crafting is like Velcro. There's not enough fun. So who are the 10 people and 2 draws? The only martial art he achieved the highest rank in is the one he invented. He is the one he invented. He couldn't get Mike Huckabee elected president of the United States.
It makes him easily grabbable, and even once aided in his own, death at the hands of Bruce Lee.
Luckily for Chuck, death itself fears him, so he just kind of kept going.
In all our years of research, we've never found an opponent worthy enough to take on the roundhouse kicking, beard punching Texas Ranger. Until now.
I heard another rumor that you were bitten by a king cobra.
Yeah, I was. But after 5 days of agonizing pain, the cobra died.
Yeah, that's it. The Expendables 2 goated movie.
Japanese folklore hosts a plethora of horrifying tales.
But alright, Chuck Norris, I mean, he's him. He's always been him, he always will be him. It spawned another one.
God of Thunder devours the stomachs of children. Kappas, monsters that dwell in rivers, drown their victims and rip their souls out their anus.
And then there's the legend of the Karate Master, who will beat you within an inch of your life if you aren't playing a Sega Saturn. His name is Segata Sanshiro. Men. Women.
Segata Sanshiro.
Children. Nobody is safe from Segata's wrath.
In 1997, Sega's latest console, the Sega Saturn, was failing.
His name and appearance refer to the genesis of judo. A previous life was a motorcycle riding cyborg superhero. Lives alone in the mountains, always trains using a giant Sega Saturn. His theme song orders others to play Sega Saturn until your
Nintendo
fingers
was dominating
itch.
the market, and things seemed bleak for this once great video game titan.
That is, until a mysterious stranger appeared with a plan so crazy, it just might work. He'd travel the land and beat the shit out of anyone not playing a Saturn.
And it did work. Sales skyrocketed alongside the hospitalization of Japanese youth. Not much is known about this mysterious savior.
We do know that when he appeared, he had a giant Sega Saturn strapped to his back, which he uses to train his physical and gaming prowess at the same time.
And he appears to be dating Sakura from Sakura Wars. Yes, he is somehow dating a video game character.
Well, I'm not surprised because this guy has done some pretty amazing things. He's kicked a baseball for a home run, raced over 60 miles per hour on ice.
Can outmatch an Olympic speed skater barefoot, able to duplicate himself and increase his size, strong enough to punch falling cars and space shuttles into the air, doesn't flinch from baseballs hit his chest at 90 miles per hour, can survive and speak in space despite the lack
the
of
World Cup by
atmosphere.
throwing a player into the ball to score the winning goal.
He is a master of disguise and breaking and entering. He can duplicate and resize himself an unlimited number of times, and once took down an entire club filled with people in only 3 moves.
But his favorite and most powerful technique is his earth-shattering judo throw, which can make his victims explode upon impact twice.
In just a few short years, Segata had successfully terrorized his entire homeland into loving Sega's floundering console. Sales even surpassed those of the Nintendo 64.
So naturally, the Big N got jealous and launched a huge-ass missile at Sega's headquarters. Oh, corporate squabbles.
But Segata, who apparently resides on the roof of the Sega HQ, demonstrated to the world his most impressive feat of all.
He just straight up leapt off the building onto the missile and stopped it against a glass window. Then flipped it around and rode it into space.
A missile of that size would travel around 3,600 miles per hour, something that no window pane in existence could possibly withstand. Just to stop it without cracking the glass, Segata would have had to make the missile weigh less than it should upon contact with him. The only possible explanation is that Segata is simply exempt from the laws of physics and theoretically capable of almost anything, such as surviving the vacuum of space.
Well, until the missile blew up and he died.
Segata Sanshiro wa kimi tachi no kokoro ni.
Or did he?
The departing words from the Japanese commercial announcer claims that Segata will always live on in our hearts. But also, he lived on in, the regular way.
While most are blinded by the tears of sadness in their eyes, if you look closely, you'll see what appears to be a shooting star. Or Segata re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. But don't just take my word for it.
1 year after his supposed death, a strangely similar-looking man appeared in the game Rent-A-Hero number 1. He mentored the main character in the ways of martial arts, while claiming to have once been a great hero himself.
Then in 2012, as Sonic and friends competed in the Race of Ages, a man bearing a giant Sega Saturn on his back was seen steering a missile away from the track.
But the most irrefutable evidence of all came in 2013, when Segata Sanshiro himself crashed a Sega Sound Unit concert and performed his own theme song live on stage. All video footage was destroyed, but we were able to recover a few surprisingly high-quality pictures.
And as of the February 2015 issue of Archie's Sonic the Hedgehog comic, a familiar-looking judo master fought the Blue Blur in a tournament on Mobius, which is our own Earth 3,000 years in the future. There's only one logical conclusion. Segata's not only alive, he's immortal.
Death may not be able to conquer Segata, but he in turn has difficulties against the death of others.
Lost to Sonic the Hedgehog in a martial arts tournament. Although he greatly helped the Sega Saturn, he could not save it. His explosive judo throw does not work on the undead. When this failed, he became helpless and was overwhelmed by
Specifically, club zombies.
And ultimately, while he successfully revived the Saturn, his skills were not enough to keep Sega on top forever.
Perhaps the reason he remains shadowed in anonymity is that he is biding his time, waiting for the right moment to step into the light and rescue Sega yet again.
God knows they need him now more than ever.
Regardless, it's safe to say that all should heed Segata's parting words. Or else.
Segata Sanshiro!
Let's play.
Alright, the combatants.
When Nintendo tried suing Sega to gain Nintendo's network, by the way, they mentioned this. Segata's actor, Fujaka, is also pretty famous for another reason. But what's that other reason? Fuji played Kamen Rider Ichigo, the first Kamen Rider. What? Really? So he played Kamen Rider? He was the first ever Kamen Rider? Right, dang. That's pretty sick. That is pretty sick. Alright, Chuck Norris versus Segata Sanshiro. I mean, listen, like, R.I.P. Chuck Norris, like, the vibes are, I gotta root for Chuck Norris, but America, like, we gotta, like, I gotta, I mean, if Sega, he seems crazy, he seems tough, I do have a little bit of worry for Chuck Norris, but I'm doubling down. Chuck is gonna win this. I'm rooting for Chuck. R.I.P. Let's see. Let's see.
This debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's go! Let's go, Chuck!
We'll return to Delta Force right after these messages.
Segata Sanshiro! Segata Sanshiro! Segata Sanshiro! Segata Sanshiro!
Let's go. Oh.
If you come back in here, I'm gonna hit you with so many rights, you're gonna beg for that.
Pick up the tree. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh, the clones. Oh, let's go, Chuck. Oh, let's go, Chuck. Oh, man. He just broke the earth. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he's punching it back. Oh, Sega Saturn by Saturn. Oh, he's taking off the Saturn ring. Oh. Whoa, this fight is messing up the solar system. Is that a black hole? Oh. Pokemon, what is going on here? Apocalyptic? What? So it's a draw? They're too powerful. They're too tough. Do not have them fight. You know, in the back of my head, I was wondering if that was gonna be it, but I mean, like I understand it. You know, Chuck Norris is Chuck Norris, and Segata seemed kind of, you know, seemed a little, you know, much as well. Chuck just went to continue the fight. Yurisho Fujaka is still alive, by the way. Nice.
Holy shit, that was awesome! But who won?
I don't know. I think they're still going.
They both
Or
they're still
can't
going.
pick them up anymore. I believe they might have ripped a hole in space-time, so they've either traveled to another dimension or completely destroyed their plane of existence. Or both.
Well, God have mercy on wherever they ended up. I guess this one just kinda spaced out. Next time on Death Battle.
GG's. If there was ever a fight to be a draw, it would probably be that one.
And you are? I'm Guts.
Oh, Guts. So Nightmare versus Guts. Not sure who Nightmare is, and I haven't seen Berserk. Oh, Soul Calibur. I've played a little bit of a Soul Calibur game.
If you guys enjoyed the episode, I mean, come on, how could you not? Please like, share with your friends,
So
and
I guess
subscribe.
Segata
If you want to know
won.
about more weird characters, check out our latest Who Is, all about the Green Lantern.
And don't forget to register for Screw Attack's convention, SGC, right now. Go to sgconvention.com and pre-register for the biggest gaming party ever. We'll be there.
Thank you for watching.
GG's. Yeah, Segata seemed like him as well. But Chuck Norris as well. R.I.P. to Chuck. Oh yeah, first card. He's not deceased. He's just a galaxy away fighting a battle. Anyone else come here immediately after hearing? I'm here for a rewatch after Chuck recently took over the Grim Reaper's job. Rest well, Mr. Norris. Rest well indeed. R.I.P. Thank you, Chuck Norris. That was a cool death battle. It made me seem more of like a non-serious or less serious of one, but it was still a pretty good one. Not that the non-serious ones are bad, but you know what I mean. Like it's just a little like more light taken later. But they ended that one pretty good. Like I said, I don't know if they like, you know, I like maybe and people don't really like draw. I don't like draws either, but that was probably the best draw yet. Chuck and Segata have not been seen in DB since. We need another Chuck Norris. Oh, we need another Chuck Norris one.